Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital recap for Tuesday, May 18th. First off, everybody's favorite person in the crypto space right now, Elon Musk, has tweeted about something called Starbase. And shortly after, the Starbase token soared 6,000%. And then guess what? It immediately fell on its face. This is why it's very, very risky to go into any of these cryptocurrencies that these guys are talking about because they are more than likely a quick pump and dump scheme like Starbase. While Elon Musk tweeted about this, it actually had nothing to do with this token, so they say, which obviously it did. Absolutely crazy. This guy is making a mockery of the crypto space by getting behind a shit coin, a dog shit coin like Doggy Coin, and then saying Bitcoin is bad for the environment when they're both absolutely worthless. I agree with everything Elon Musk says about Bitcoin. It is a POS coin, even though it is a POW coin. Haha, if you get my drift. If you're new to the space, that means proof of work or proof of stake, which Ethereum is switching over to proof of stake. So they say it's been like 17 years. Maybe they'll get their act together, but proof of stake is better than proof of work, in my opinion. But Bitcoin is old technology, as we've discussed time and time again. So you have to think either Elon Musk is a complete idiot and threw $1.5 billion at something he knew nothing about, as well as his team, because let's not forget, this is Tesla. So the Tesla team had no idea that Bitcoin was terrible for the environment. Or they did know that, and it's been one huge troll on the crypto space, which to me is clearly what it has been. So how can you have something be a store of value when Elon Musk tweets about it and immediately pulls like $250 billion off the market cap of the crypto space? Does not sound like a store of value to me. And this also goes to the point that I made a few weeks ago. Why would anyone want to get paid in Bitcoin when it is that volatile? It makes absolutely zero sense. So all these football players that you're seeing requesting to get paid in Bitcoin, do not buy it. These guys are all tied together, in case you've been living under a rock for the past 17 years. But we got Ripple. You can kind of see how this narrative is unfolding now. Ripple just came out and said that they've partnered with sustainability leaders to reach goals by 2030. How interesting that the narrative is unfolding that Bitcoin is terrible for the environment, and then the best crypto around, XRP, the company behind them, Ripple, comes out and says that they are partnering with sustainability leaders. And so we can see the narrative shifting, and XRP has had a nice little rise in price today. Let's go back. We'll take a peek at where XRP is today. We got some green on the board. XRP is up 4.3% today for the last 24 hours or so. Did hit $1.70. It looks like overnight. And we're trying to break through that $1.75 barrier so we can start hitting previous all-time highs. And when that happens, it's going to be absolutely epic. So hopefully you've done your research and you've gotten into XRP and its sister company, XLM. Also in the news, actually, let's go back to this Ripple news right here. I did want to share that it says that Ripple has added its voice to the ongoing cryptocurrency sustainability pool with the announcement that it aims to hit carbon net zero by 2030. And it has partnered with the sustainability leaders, as we mentioned. And it says that they tweeted this out on the 15th. And it says right now that our current global financial system does not meet the needs of 1.7 billion unbanked people. Digital assets and distributed ledger technology have the potential to transform how unbanked and underbanked populations access basic financial services and send and receive money across borders, making it more accessible, affordable, and secure. And we're going to talk about Telcoin here in a second, but this is another cryptocurrency that you guys should be looking into as it's up 30,000%. since we spoke, actually since the start of the year, but since we spoke about it, it's actually up quite higher than that. I believe it's up closer to 70,000% if my numbers are correct, and we can check that out here in a second. So you guys really need to look in the projects that are working with the unbanked, Telcoin being one of them. Next up, one of my favorite assets of all time, silver, is up 70% in a year, and here's why experts say it could go further. This is from CNBC, who I don't trust for any news whatsoever. This is why I always do secondary research. But it does say that it's often overlooked in favor of its illustrious cousin gold, but the price of silver has jumped over 70% in the last year. It says leading commodity strategists saying the rally is likely to continue as the global economy reopens. Silver was trading around $27 an ounce Wednesday, a 74% rise from a year ago when the spot price was around $15.50 per ounce, and gold prices have risen 6.4% in a year. I do believe that silver has way more use cases than gold does, which is why I think it'll be a much better bang for your buck in the long run. And as mentioned in previous videos, we are taking our crazy crypto profits and investing in physical silver. As we all know, JP Morgan has been accused of rigging the metals markets and have paid hefty fines. Well, which would be hefty fines to us. It's not hardly any fines for them when you consider how much money they're raking in. But they have been accused of rigging the metals market, and they can only suppress it for so long until this thing finally gets shot to the stratosphere. I would look and anticipate XRP and silver to start moving in tandem. So we will be keeping an eye on that. Next up, the banking system consumes 2 times more energy than Bitcoin, says research. Yeah, the banking system does consume more energy than Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean that you should still use Bitcoin when there are other better alternatives out there. Talking XRP, XLM, both of these currencies have very, very little drain on the energy consumption of the world. Lightning fast transactions, 4 seconds. That's where you guys need to be. Bitcoin is the old technology. It does have first mover advantage, but that is about it. It's not a store of value when the price drops based off one celebrity's tweet. You guys got to use your brains and go where no one is talking about. XRP, XLM, Telcoin, Dent. We talked about all these on the channel numerous times. I still have yet to find any mainstream publication talking about Telcoin or Dent. It's only a matter of time, and when that happens, you can bet that Telcoin will probably be trading at $1 around that time, and Dent, with the previous all-time high of 11 cents, most likely will be trading at higher than $1. That is my price prediction, but we will have to wait and see. Next up, Bitcoin price could hit 29K next, warns CNBC chart master. I would not trust this chart master. 29K would be a massive drop, more than 50% retrace. If we did see that, I would anticipate the bull run being close to over, which it still could be for Bitcoin, but I do not anticipate 29K coming through. I think that we're probably going to be consolidating here and letting the altcoins breathe a little bit. If Bitcoin did fall to 29K, that would be massive, and you can definitely bet that altcoins would fall with it in a short time period. So it seems that I would not be anticipating that move coming through. It seems like the altcoins still really need to start making and breaking some of these previous all-time highs, especially for the larger cap coins. So I would not trust the CNBC quote-unquote chart master. Next up, China reiterates crypto bans from 2013 and 2017. Regulators cite the dangers of speculative trading. This, you guys need to read carefully because this really only has to do with the ICOs. It says the 3 entities published a note Tuesday confirming bans originally implemented in 2013 and 2017 that bar financial and payment institutions from providing any services related to cryptocurrency transactions and saying that initial coin offering remain illegal. Really has to do with the initial coin offerings. I do not think that China is going to be banning cryptocurrencies since they are a digital economy. They basically skipped credit cards and checks and went right to using your mobile phone to pay for goods. So I cannot foresee them banning cryptocurrencies as a whole. This is mainly just FUD, which is why you need to read carefully. They were used to manipulate the price with their China FUD all the time, saying they were banning Bitcoin and banning currencies, which makes zero sense because China controls 80% of the mining operation for Bitcoin itself. So I do not anticipate China banning cryptocurrencies. Yeah, maybe they'll make the ICOs illegal, which they probably should because people got absolutely wrecked buying ICOs during the last bull run. But I would not anticipate China banning crypto altogether. It would definitely devastate the markets, and I do not anticipate or see that happening in the near future. Next up, Telcoin. This comes from Market Realists. It says Telcoin crypto is a lucrative investment. Where to buy it? As mentioned, we talked about Telcoin in our newsletter all the way back in November. You guys should subscribe. We have the free version where we drop the daily briefs 5 days a week. And then we also have these trade updates for our paid members. So check it out. We are very, very active on our newsletters. You guys will be getting multiple emails a day, depending on which subscription you sign up for. Talk about new sleeper projects and all sorts of awesome, epic things. As you can see, every day we're sending out content. Do not want to miss out on this. This is a free version and a paid version. So check us out if you want to support the channel. We greatly appreciate it. And let's go back to the news. Where were we? Oh, look at this guy, Tika Tawari. Want to make a note here. Do not listen to Tika Tawari. Look at this guy's face. Just makes me not want to trust anybody that has a smile like that. And I'll tell you why. He's been banned from FINRA. If you don't know what that is financial services, the FINRA bar. So it means FINRA has permanently prohibited them from the association with any member in any capacity. I typed them in here. Tika Chand Richard Tawari is banned from FINRA. Do not follow this guy. I know he has these crazy deals talking about 6 coins to $6 billion, whatever BS this guy's spewing. Don't follow what Tika Tawari says. Find your own projects and do your own research. This guy's just going to end up dumping on all his followers. Back to Telcoin. So, yeah, Telcoin launched in 2017. Few took notice of it, but it has gained crazy amounts in the last year, especially since November. It's been up, I don't know, even know at this point, it's hundreds of percent gains. No, thousands of percent gains. Tens of thousands of percent gains. You guys need to find and do your research. I'm thinking it's like somewhere around 75,000 if I recall. So why don't we go take a look at Telcoin's epic gain so far. We were talking about this at double, what was it, 0.0006 cents, something like that. We'll go to the weekly so we can cut to the chase here. All right, Telcoin epic gain since November, and we talked about in the newsletter. Where are we at here? Like those 28,000% gains. So 280 times your money. That was definitely our best call so far. And that was free in our newsletter. So I highly recommend you subscribe. We do look into other sleeper projects and coins that interest us. Right now, Telcoin is at about 4.2 cents. Looking to see if this head and shoulders pattern actually comes through. It's very hard to see. There's definitely a nice area of resistance here. Computer's being slow. I got too many things open. I apologize. So this head and shoulders that's coming through here at about 4.8 cents. That appears to be like a very heavy resistance area. Considering that we just had a crazy rise of like 500% over like a week or two, I would anticipate it cooling off a little bit. So we'll see exactly what takes place for Telcoin. I know that they just opened their Mexico corridor, and they are going to be looking to open their US corridor, which I think if I were to try and foresee the future here, I would anticipate at least testing this trend line here. There's a huge gap to be filled at 1 cent. I don't know if it's going to go that far down, but it wouldn't surprise me if it did. And if it does test that, I would look for that crazy big news, the U.S. corridor news, to go ahead and really push this thing into the stratosphere. But we're already up massively, so if you're just entering, obviously it's very risky. Do your own research. And let's see, what else do we got here aside from Telcoin news? I did pull up their Telcoin Twitter. It looks like they just hit some milestones here in their Telegram group. They are growing 55,000 on Twitter. And it looks like they've been pretty active. So that's always a good thing to see. I definitely want to see active dev team on Twitter talking about all the nice projects and the milestones that they are meeting. Also went to go ahead and pull up Dent over here. Dent's got 100,000 followers on their Twitter, which is very, very nice to see. I don't know if they've paid for any of those followers and how organic that is, but it seems like they've been getting a lot of notice here, and they hit 100,000 followers. Looks like they're offering a gig, so buy 1 gig and get another gig extra for free. The Dent Gigastore was opened not that long ago. The Dent Gigastore will allow you to trade and sell your mobile data, or your unused mobile data, I should say, which is awesome if you're traveling abroad. And there was an announcement here from someone. It looks like they were talking about their most anticipated features that they're working on right now. It looks like this all has to do with the app release that should be coming out. I believe it's 4.0 that's coming out. This was released on April 30th. And they did have another tweet that they brought up here. There was a woman who was speaking, and we can go ahead and take a listen to that. Let me pull her up here. I think it was this right here. So we'll go ahead. Let's take a listen.
Hello, my name is Sophia, and today I will introduce you to Dent, the world's first digital and global mobile operator offering worldwide connectivity for eSIM-capable devices. You likely have a SIM card from a local carrier in your device. With the Dent app, you can quickly install an electronic SIM card and have a second mobile data connection, while you can still receive and make calls on your local operator. With a variety of worldwide data plans available, Dent eSIM is great for when you're traveling or need additional data at home. As you can switch between Dent and your local carrier, you can always choose your current data provider according to your preference. For example, you can use Dent as your provider while abroad and switch back to your local operator when you're back home. Mobile data as you know it, but without roaming fees or SIM card changes. Are you ready to get started?
So as mentioned, the 4.0 app will be coming out soon. This was released on May 7th, so this was a couple weeks ago, but important to note that that is coming. And it seems to me, if we go ahead and pull up the Dent chart here, we were running into a support line, if I recall. So yeah, we're running into a support line, a nice little area of support here. A bunch of volume coming in, so we will see how this plays out, if this triangle actually breaks to the upside, or if it fakes everybody out, goes down a little bit further, and then blasts off. So I would anticipate over the next 30 to 60 days, whenever they decide to release their new app, that will go ahead and send it much, much higher than it is now. Currently trading at 0.006 cents. We did reach 2.2 cents, so we're down quite a bit, at almost 75% from that high this year. So definitely anticipating a nice move out of here for Dent. And I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So don't forget, you guys subscribe to the newsletter. Hope you guys all have a great day, and we will catch you all in the next video.